Hello students, this is Vitthal and today we are going to focus upon our subject fundamentals of human geography. We are discuss our last chapter, the culture, diffusion and realms. In that we are going to focus upon the topic of cultural diffusion. In these cultural diffusions we are going to discuss upon the how to this cultures diffusions has been found over all the world. The cultural diffusion is simultaneous and it's a such a process which cannot be stopped as it is not an act which the people do consciously. It is a process of showing the way to development and human is created with the intention to get developed. What is culture? Culture is defined as the ideas, customs, and social behavior of particular people or the society. These cultures are developed within a community which has rule itself. Also, people be are bonded together, bound to friendship and kinship. Such this community is termed in today's world as the society. The culture could be one of the reason among the reason which had the cause of the society to get its form, but it's a time passes humans are individuals or the homo sapiens. Feel understand their needs means what is a cultural diffusion. Everyone know that now the world is look like the same culture. So how to spread this culture? There are many theories regarding with that one. The culture are diffused from migration, culture are diffused and means actually the cultural diffusion is responsible is the most important factor. This is a migration. This may be for the employment, it's maybe for the cultural some religious regions or other things. So one people carry their culture from one place to another place. This one of the great scientists had remarked that the ideas are likely a rabbit of you once learn how to catch one. You may soon have many innovations and inventions happen correspondingly as the men understand what they want and how could they achieve their requirements from available resources. People from different parts of the world may have different kinds of the needs and hence may develop different ideas to solve their problems. For example, sir, the person living in the fridge zones of the earth may have such an instrument to grow crops which may differ in the many ways from those which are the required by the people residing the temperate zone of the earth. Therefore, different parts of the different societies develop differently. These different ideas when interacting with each other causes to develop a society in different ways, and this interaction is known as the cultural fusion. Means what is mentioned here, the different ideas when interact with each other causes to develop a society in different ways known as the cultural fusion. Then elements of cultural diffusions. What are the elements or the key elements to spread culture over all the world? First is innovation. Everyone innovation and everyone is defined its object, ideas or practice that perceived a new by member of the social system. If we get the example of one game, it's an innovation like as the PUBG is introduced into the United States or into the China, but it's a spread over all the world. Why? Because of it's something innovative rather than the other games. Such type of other human beings related activities like as clothes, then styles of the hairs, then things related with the human beings are also, if they are innovative, they spread all over the world. Then second is the channel of communication. It means the which information is transmitted or within the social system. Means channel of communication is a play important role for the spreading of the culture. Then times of cultural diffusions. Time also one important elements of the cultural diffusion. Means the rate of which innovation is diffused or the relative speed with which is adopted by the members of the social system. Means some time now today's means nowadays due to the social medias the very less time is required for the cultural diffusions. Then a social system is a factor which involves the individuals, organization, or the agency that share a common culture and the potential adopters of the innovation. These are some characteristics of the cultural diffusion. In that, the selective process, rapid material diffusions. What are the characteristics of the cultural diffusion? The first is selective process. It's a among most of people mostly select any one. Then rapid material diffusion. Two-way process is a two-way process. Is a receiver and another word is a donor. Then strong culture, less diffuse. Then continuous and increasing the process. The selective process involves the selection to traits of the one culture which appears the appropriate and should be adopted by other one selection. Then material is object which get change with the change culture. Culture is the roots of the big great society. It's a material aspect of the easy to change, but non-material aspect are inherent in thoughts and social animal, thus difficult to the change. And another one that it's a two-way process. The strong culture less diffuse. If we get the example of Indian culture or the Chinese culture, Japanese culture, this culture have the strong, so they are the less diffused because of this some obstacles or the some barrier into this culture also play important role. So that's a big impact has been shown into the Eastern culture because of, and so they are the considered as a Eastern culture. This it's a continuous and increasing process. Is means characteristic. What is the characteristic of this cultural diffusion? Is a continuous process. It's never stop from Stone Age to now computer age. Then it's increasing. Mean this culture has been rise because of various type of the aspect has been included into these cultures. So all over the world you can find out the various type of the culture. If you focus upon towards the westward, it's a Western culture. Then Middle East culture is different than the Western and Eastern culture. Then Eastern culture is what? It's a Chinese, Korean, then Japanese and India also consider here the Eastern culture. They have their own identity. Okay, but nowadays this also get affected by the Western culture into the cloth, into the food, into the education, into the social aspects. So This Western culture is diffused into the eastern part of the world. So we can say here that the Western culture has been diffused all over the world. Thank you very much.